What's up, guys? Come on in. Get in here.
Dude, damn. Mocap suit. Got a key ingredient to the day. Just on the way to see Dan Kelly at the factory. Breakfast first though. First of all, we got breakfast that Ollie chose.
And Joe supported.
What's the name of this one then, Ollie?
Good Kitchen.
Well, they're making us sound excited by the name. The name could have just been McDonald's though.
Good morning, not kitchen.
Good morning kitchen. Okay, my estimation's gone up a little bit with the outside of the venue looks not too bad.
And it's cocktails.
The plastic plants look amazing. Ty using modern technology to call his kids. Looks like the same company. Potentially in the future we might not be taking Ollie's recommendations for the breakfast establishments, as we've walked into one that seems to be a little bit like a spearmint rhino for breakfast joints, and it costs about £85 for an egg.
This is definitely a little bit different.
About an hour and a half.
No, the flight from Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, by the time we go there, we're going back down. It's a bit like we should fly to Paris. By the time you're going up at the edge.
It looks amazing.
Well, I can definitely recommend the pork belly omelette. That was amazing. But what did you just say then? You should have 3D menu. 3D food would stop your problem then.
Picked the wrong breakfast. Definitely.
You picked the wrong breakfast?
Without a doubt.
So what would have helped with that?
3D menus.
Fucking hell. 3D food should be everywhere. Why is it not? The restaurants can scan it themselves. Hopefully Dan's here. But we're just giving him a ring, see if he's going to answer.
What's up, guys? Come on in.
How are you?
Living the dream. Get in here.
Is everything? That's a great
we didn't
answer.
turn the infrared cameras on for mocap stuff. We didn't know if you wanted to do any, but
amazing.
We could do some mocap.
Howdy. Yeah, really good. How's things?
Good. Can I offer anybody a coffee, water, tea, stuff, things?
I would have a little coffee, Dan, if there's one
Do you
going.
want an espresso? Do you want a latte? Do you want, what do you want?
The easiest one, espresso, if that's easy.
Okay. Anybody else?
This looks like Ben's heaven.
Yeah, it does. I'm moving in. We're trying to figure out a couple of mid-range steps for things. You know, we got the other one built out, and then as you guys see over there, those are our transparent / whatever's.
Oh yeah.
We're building some force blowback in it, so you'll have some reliable recoil in there, and then yeah, our boards fit into the handles and stuff. So it'll be easy to hide it and keep the logic in there, and then they'll just work as gun controllers, you know. It's the goal.
They look amazing.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I've just been on the phone to Dan. I bought you a little toy that we've been playing with in the UK.
Yeah. I heard about this thing. It's kind of like, it's like a boomerang, right? Woo.
Just like angle the...
Make sure that up is up.
Up is up.
It shows on the top, it will say up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's up.
Okay.
And then tilt it towards me like that.
Oh, it's gone. And then I just toss it?
Yeah, but tilt it towards me. That's it. Yeah, now push it. Amazing. Look at that massive hammer.
Work making it not work for the company. I think it's our break even as the guns. So we're gonna try these locally here in a test market. So all of the shooting centers that are here want the transparent stuff. They want the recoil stuff as well. Our shooter experience inside the VR thing needs to be way different. And you know, the guns are the hardest things to track because they have the least amount of room to kind of mount things in. So first and foremost, transparent firearms.
Then you can do what you fucking like with the screen. You can make it 4K, 8K, 12K, makes no difference to me.
Yeah, and you know, that's what the consumers want, because the problem over the last 3 years has been, you guys have Pico, We use HTC, these guys use Oculus, and we might be able to all develop for all of the solutions, but the people don't know which one to pick. And you're not going to listen to a YouTuber that's, you know, super excited about this thing one week, and then they're super excited about this thing the next week, because that's what they get their access to. So you get some reliable recoil, put a vibration motor in the back, and then we're done.
And tell us quickly, because I'm filming, from that to that,
Yep.
the stages is that's more 3D printed than this.
This is a airsoft gun.
Cool.
And we just said, okay, can we put a logic board on there? Can we put a tracker on here? Will it work? Yes, we have a vibration motor in the back. Awesome. So now here we have a vibration motor inside this buffer tube here. We put our rat's nest worth of cabling and things in there. We have the magazine tracked, we have the weapon tracked, and then we have our logic board in here. So the next version of this is the top and the bottom will be milled out of aluminum, and then the charging handle will be plastic. This will be plastic, this will be plastic, this will be aluminum as well, just like an aluminum buffer tube. And then it'll weigh closer. The bolt carrier group will just be a metal cylinder that's weighed to feel the same. So when it slams back when you pull the trigger,
Feel more.
you're getting a better sense of recoil.
Cool.
But yeah, and we're just waiting on a piece of tech to come out for that, and that'll be out in the next couple of weeks.
And then you put a headset on,
Yeah.
and you have an experience with
It's
that.
fully, everything is tetherless. So Tesla suit's tetherless, headset's tetherless, gun's tetherless. So you could sling this, you could holster a pistol, and then choose the solution you need for the thing that you need to do it for. I think to put in the engine, that's the easy part. The
Dan,
hard part really,
I'm just trying some Irish cream.
you need to. I put it in my coffee every day.
Cheers. Sorry,
No,
interrupted.
that's the way to go. And then, oh no, on the rim because it was spilled a little
Oh,
bit.
that is nice, the little sweet bit.
Yeah, the Irish cream for me is the only way to go. So we have one that's out of here. So we took a look at these guys here.
Yeah.
So these are the worst. These are like the absolute worst. But they're Chinese toys that reliably do it, which is fine. The problem with this is, one, it's not shooting any bullets, it's shooting like a foam tip, which is like, okay, just go the extra mile now and like do the thing. So even the toy manufacturers don't have like it all, and as you can see, it's not that like reliable. It's like super lame. They like have one that does shell ejection and one that does like foam tip ejection. It's like, okay, the interesting thing about this is like the composition of like how you make the trigger and everything. But for us, I have to put a real slide on a real Glock. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. That Glock lower has to have a real Glock slide on it because the recoil force feedback needs to feel real. It can't be nothing. That's plastic on plastic, and it's pretty lame.
So you're actually thinking about firing the slide back. And
Oh, yeah.
And the breaker, the inertia brake is what you're going to feel.
Oh yeah, so that's the idea is, and we have one that's off site right now. The idea is, how do you dampen that much force coming back and then reset it properly? Because the problem right now is, the reason why nobody can do it, either you've got nothing in the slide assembly, which means I have to take a fully functioning Glock slide and mill it out, so that way it still feels like metal.
Unless the mechanism doesn't need the slide to move.
It's gotta capture voice acting for like, terrorist, school shooter, behavioral health, mental health situations. You can actually just act it out and then put that in the scenario and just do it 5 different types of ways and then build an array of animations and then boom. So
Rather than having some big meta stage setup or a...
yeah, like, as you saw at ITSEC, right? Like all of the teams that brought motion capture and all that other stuff, great, but what did they use it for? To play duck hunt on a screen. They didn't even use the motion capture capabilities of all the cameras to do anything. They just track the gun and you just go. So it's not very interesting.
This is cool though, so to have your own space that allows you to create your own bits for these experiences.
Yeah, we're about to take this whole length of the thing here. So all these computers are going to go there. The VR dev stations are going to go back here, and then we'll have the whole space here. So we can have, right now we can do 5 actors with finger tracking and props. So we're going to expand that to have just a little bit more higher fidelity for that, and then just now you have the whole run of the entire floor to be able to do stuff.
And you got cameras here as well.
This is just for the Twitch stream. So like we have a camera angle up there, a camera angle here.
Okay.
Just put that one anywhere that we need to.
A Twitch stream for whatever's going on.
Yeah. Normally we do just mocap days, or we just do generic animation work and show people how like a game is made, for motion.
And how much was that setup? The ability to do that?
About $100,000.
Dan money or someone else's money?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both, unfortunately. Yo, we have a ADR booth in here.
Look at this. This is like, we need this at River.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This.
What a little... Definitely need this at River, yeah. For Tyrone's voiceovers.
Yep. Right next door, our audio technician's in there. Normally, just cleaning up audio for the heist game and stuff. And then we just park all the suits in here because the parking out there is pretty lame. But got the Tesla suits in here. Got the Vicon suits. So this is for you.
Whenever you meet Dan in the world, he has to put a suit on
You gotta get changed. I gotta get people naked when they come by, right? Like that's the idea, right? And fully tracked anti-latency floor. So we're gonna build fake doors and make them modular, and then we'll have unreal scenarios where you can like just choose scenario A, B, C, or whatever, and then put the doors and the walls and the configuration that you need. Now you can physically kick down doors, be scaled to the environment.
But it'll all just be tracked to this small environment.
Yeah, you can put a fake
So that
door
people
here
can come here to then have a go.
So like, you know, Vegas Metro and other teams that are interested in this kind of tech, like
It'd be like a little demo.
exactly right. And then just build the solution that they need.
Put the camera on because Dan's going to show us a little bit of this mocap in action. Oliver's just getting dressed up in the changing rooms. We're going to capture some data of Oliver with Dan's little mocap system. You're in the bad zone.
I can't go in there until it's kind of
Like infrared.
Flickering.
Is it giving you scan lines or flickering or anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just looks like purple. I can see just the lights on them.
That's still set to 50 hertz probably. You'll probably be alright.
Nah, I think we checked.
Start to like get more infrared light, and it basically just says this is my volume. This is how big
Yeah.
of the space I can have, and then they turn green once you get all the get it all painted in. And there's a part on the screen that I can show you kind of how it works, but it won't really matter. It's just like it just looks like I'm waving some paint in here, and then yeah, you just
Like
give
tilt
it
brush.
Huh?
Like tilt brush.
It looks like a tilt brush type thing. It's just all you're doing is just making sure that this has
It's all tracked.
yeah. It goes, okay, well I know that these are sensors, not really, but like these could be sensors, and I can track them and triangulate them with the other cameras reliably. Now we're good to go. Come on, last one, you can do it. I've seen you win these. There we go. And it'll say, okay, that's the floor, I get it. So like you'll see them right here. So these trackers right here, basically saying that that's the floor level, and then you set the floor. In there, try this on. Yeah, the band goes in the front, and then no, other way. Yeah, goes on just like that. It goes right on your forehead. Yeah.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Let's bring it down just a little bit.
All I can think is YouTube thumbnail
There you
right
go.
now. That is all I can think about.
This is Ollie's LinkedIn profile picture.
What a
Sent
guy.
to like Linus Media or something.
Yeah.
For collaboration.
Okay. Give those guys a shot.
New Andy Serkis.
Ready player one. Ready player one. Ready player one.
Metaverse.
Yep. So like on the screen here, you'll see that like you can see the dots that are tracking Ollie here. So like I can go into very specific cameras if I wanted to, and kind of see what it's looking at.
How did they just stick on? Just Velcro?
No, we have to use like
trying to figure out.
Which hand did it from?
And what type of thing you think we can get Ollie to do? What can we get him to?
We'll do some fun stuff for sure. We'll do some gun stuff. We'll do some like generic static idles and sitting and things like that. Yep, some upper body twists. We'll do some side bends. And basically what it's doing is just going to triangulate all of the dots that you have on you and to figure out your body. So you have to do some,
What's happened to your
well, you haven't done your legs yet. You have to do your body. Remember, you have to go from the top down to the bottom so that way it knows where you are. So you're going to have to do some lunges, like really just kind of like move your whole body in a way that it starts to understand where you are type thing, you know?
Get one hell of
Move around, yeah.
It's fixed.
That's it. Bionic legs.
Do some squats, do some lunges.
That's getting better. You're training your body up.
Yeah.
All for the camera, Oliver.
Go back into the middle-ish. Your hips. 'cause
Nice
that's
little
where
visit
the
to
issues
Dan
are
Kelly's
right now.
studio. Got Ollie in a little mocap suit.
Your shirt, you're gonna feel if you reach in. Reach your hand back. It's not a real one.
This is not a real gun.
It's more than what we can hold at home out in public.
Yeah.
You had this in public at home, you'd get shouted at.
And it's tracked gun as well, so we could definitely have Oliver chasing you down the street if you haven't changed your password properly.
It's you then.
Yeah. Gun Ollie. Make sure you do your password correctly, else Oliver will absolutely shoot you.
That's right. You're getting the training right now for it. The Predator Ollie is gonna get you. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a couple of animations for you. So what we can do is we're gonna get some ends of it off easy. So typically when you're holding rifles and stuff, you're gonna hold it like this. So I know this isn't the same one, but your finger's gonna be off the trigger, up on the side. You're just gonna hold it down, just on the front. Yep, just on the front right there. And then yeah, this is just sort of an idle. So we want to get you to bend your knees just a tiny bit, just because it looks better on camera. As everybody knows, the more dynamic the movement, the better, right? So yeah.
Pretend you're in Call of Duty, Oliver.
Exactly right. That's exactly the idea. Is like you're just going to be not as much movement, but more like you're kind of like looking, you know. So like if you do look over your shoulder, kind of move your shoulder just a little bit, but you don't want to like sway your body. You just want to kind of like you're stationary, but when you look, you move the shoulder wherever your chin goes. You move that shoulder just slightly, so that way it keeps it very compressed. Not across your body. So like you want to be a little bit more loose, right? So a little bit more open. So if you're gonna snap up like this, you want to be like a little bit more compressed, kind of offset your feet a bit, and then just up. Sorry, not to point at you, but just up.
If you got the barrel, it's
Yeah.
fine.
It's like watching Ollie play pool.
You want to do more wrists and arm, less body, yeah. And you want to like compress just a little bit, and then you want to bring it to your eyes. There you go, yeah, because you want to be able to look down the sides. And you can see here, your back, you have to lean into it. Your upper body is backwards. You want to come forward.
In the shoulder. Like right now, if it kicks you in the shoulder, you don't have it in your
Right.
eyes.
So your foot needs to go. One of your feet needs to go back, so that way you can actually like. And now bring it back down. 3, 2, 1, boom. So yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I just had to get the animation to set. So now what I want you to do, we're gonna do some cool ones. So you're gonna have it down, and we're just gonna have you walk back and forth like you're on like a tower type thing. You're just like kind of like looking around, looking down. We're just gonna have you walk back and forth a couple of times and just sort of like look around.
You're basically fodder for the guy who's about to shoot you.
That's right. That's right. Let's get you to step backwards a couple of feet so that way you're under the main camera here. Yeah. And then
It's gas.
stand still. We're gonna have you walk, come back, and then come back, okay? So 3, 2, 1, walk. Take a couple of steps, stop and turn around, come back, and then stop and turn around,
Call of Duty Ollie.
and then stop there. What is going on with your hands? Hold on, something going on with your arms.
The new GoldenEye character.
Oh, that's what it is. Your hand's too far up. You gotta hold it from the bottom. Right there. Yeah. This was getting right where that is. We're gonna do that one more time, okay?
Yeah.
Hold on, what's going on with your arm? Can you put the gun down for a sec? Like look, and then when you look over, just kind of like tip your shoulder when you're looking, okay? That's all it is. All right, perfect. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go for it. And 3, 2, 1, stop. So what I want you to do now is I want you to put the gun on the floor, and then I want you to stand up. And then what I want you to do is reach down and grab the gun and then bring it up. Okay? Yep. Exactly, yeah. Your back shoulder, lower it. Yeah. You don't want to bring it too far up. You want to kind of like just like bring it into it. You know what I mean? Bring the gun into it a little bit more. Tells you basically how he's moving and what he's doing. So this is Ollie. Whoop, let me bring it back just a little bit. And here we go. So this is Ollie with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So it knows when some of the markers are being hidden because like the hands are kind of holding it. So the good news is all I have to do is make sure that I have him selected here. And then I have these like inside the software, I can sort of fix any of the issues, any kind of drift, any kind of, you know, bigger issues with the markers being hidden, any of that stuff. It'll just fix it for us, which is great. Because it knows with the math and the cameras and where the trackers were in this frame and then in this frame, how to kind of like bring them all together.
Mm-hmm. So it cleans it up sort of on its own?
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. You're still going to have to do some keyframing after the fact for it. Oh, I'll show you how you haven't seen it yet. So yeah, this is your idle here. Let's not do X-ray. Let's do, there you go. So this is you for your idle. And then here are your frames for it. Really quick and dirty. And then let's do your this is the one where you walk back and forth. Fun and have people that are like in the know, like the Deadpool bar basically. So we're just setting it up to kind of like reflect a higher class of criminal that like fence stuff, you know. So like there might be guys, there might be girls, John Wicky type thing where they're dressed a little bit nicer than they normally would be. But it's a little bit more loose because they're all criminals. You know, you got to have a thing to get into the bar, and it's got to make sense. But yeah, you know, for us, it's you know, there's a couple of locations that we have for the characters that will always be shot cinematically, and so you know we want to shoot some stuff handheld. We want to shoot some stuff with the sequencer, the mechanical cameras and stuff, and you know just film like an actual 2-hour fucking movie. There's a script some. Stuff that he stole, so like, you know, like a Canterbury Tales book and, you know, some relics, I guess, some alcohol. He's got a chess endgame going on here, so if you know the endgame, it's pretty funny. But yeah, like what you would essentially, this is our virtual camera here. It's like if we grab the handheld thing, it'll control the virtual camera. But yeah, so like the idea is, let me get some console commands going. Go. And then we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this, and we do this, and then we do this. Is that right? Oh, that's not right. One sec. Is it in here? Nope, it's in here. Focus and stuff, right? Because this isn't gonna work. So Unreal's pretty cool. You have this like dynamic focus plane, so you know exactly what's in direct focus. And then if I need to change camera settings, I can change them in here. So if I want to shoot super close, shoot 85. If I were to just like get a more like wide shots, you can see everybody kind of what they're doing. Everybody's on an animation loop, doing what they have to do.
And tell me, what's your plan for the export, like the game, to be like immersive and in VR or 2D?
It's I can actually just show you. It's first-person 4-player co-op. So like you're the smooth talker, you're the hacker, you're the lockpick, you're the whatever, right? Yeah, whatever. And then you guys just have to solve the puzzles together, right? So I'll just go in here. So you guys have to solve the puzzle. So like the puzzle piece that you solve is different than the puzzle piece that somebody else solves, right? Like you as the hacker have to actually like hack and do some things. So this is very, you can just add like pre-composed face animations and stuff for things. Or we would just motion capture it. So like if I wanted to delete it and it goes back to this, do I have some juice in here? I do, great. So I can show you this, how this works. This is one of our whatever things, our mocap things.
You love that facing camera, don't you? You were saying it's really good. look in Dan's hand. The, what's it called? The infrared camera or whatever on the iPhone.
It's not really LiDAR though, right? It's, yeah, they call it LiDAR, but it's not really it. So what I could do with this is I could use the phone to do my face animations,
It's fucking cool.
right? So let's say I delete the character animation because that's what it really was throwing it off. So I just delete the camera, the animations for that, but then I can go back in here. So when I look left, right, look up, look down.
How long till this is just the feeder without the mocap suit?
I mean, this is the standard now. You could do this in Unreal Engine for free.
I mean, you're doing a face here, but how
Yeah.
soon until we can just do the whole body, like through a camera system like
Oh,
this,
you know,
without having the suit on?
that's Move AI.
Yeah,
That's
they do
coming.
it from video.
Yeah, they do it from iPhone video. They won't
Yeah.
do the face. Paul tomorrow.
Oh, so the shock is just a, obviously this is just a film, but the shock is just a feeling through your arm.
Yeah, you would just get tased basically. Yeah. And the gun's tetherless. That's the most important part. Is the gun's tetherless and functions like a real weapon, feels like a real weapon. That's all it is. Yep.
Shit.
That's all they want. So we figured,
If what we're doing feels right.
yeah, and that's
And that was, well, I mean, it'd be great to come here again, but it would suck in travel costs.
Thanks for the visit, Dan.
always good to have you guys, man.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Trust me when I say it's always good to have the homies in because.
Yeah, but what do you think about 5 years? What are we doing today?
Yeah, what's
5 years.
happening? What's happening today
Yeah.
rather than what happening in 5 years' time? Thanks, mate.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Nice to meet you.
Really
Popping
good to
in.
see you.
How are you guys getting
Thanks.
back?
Driving,
Oh, you guys are good. You guys
Car
are
around the back, yeah.
good. Perfect. All right. Well, if
Thanks
you guys
for
are
another
back in
visit.
town, come back anytime.
Always.
And shoot me a message if you guys have some ideas on like.
3, 2, 1.
Better outside.
Just a bit of
Guys on the roof.
sphere by the MGM.
Oh, no, minging.
Ming. 3, 2, 1. Oh. That's the end of that. Visit done. Tyrone's chasing the ball. He's going to try and get it back to me from that distance. And that's the end of another little Dan Kelly visit for 2023.